yesterday's session. From last 2 to 3 days onwards, we've been discussing about servlet programming, servlet concept. Yes, we know what is the use of the servlet. Basically, entire servlet concepts revolves around request response scenarios, right? We know that servlet interface plays a major role in servlet programming. When you speak about servlet interface, mainly we are having five methods are there: init, service, destroy, get servlet info, get servlet config. All these five are abstract methods, and we will be able to create a servlet program in three ways: by implementing servlet interface, which is not recommended. Why? Because we need to override all the five abstract methods. It will take time. So instead of doing that servlet interface, okay, generic servlet implements servlet interface. Yes, come on. But the thing is, like in generic servlet, four methods are only implemented. Remaining one method, that is service method, we need to override. But highly recommended is extending HTTP servlet. All the methods are already been implemented. There is no pressure, so we can use according to our requirements. All right. So we discussed about implementing servlet, and then some notes related to generic servlet and HTTP servlet. After that, yesterday and day before yesterday also, we started discussing about creating a servlet by using generic servlet. Yes. And yesterday gave you a small task also, which you guys did that. Some people already sent me their work to Instagram. Others did not do that. What happened? Yesterday gave you a task. Did you remember that? What happened? Yes or no? First one is what product? No, no. First one is username and password. After that, product. So two form actions you need to write in one HTML. One HTML. So if you give a click on one submit button, it should be redirected to one servlet. If you gave a click on another submit button, it should be, redirected to another servlet. So basically you need to write two servlets. Did you do that? Okay, that's interesting. Very good. So do me a small favor. Yesterday we discussed about request dot get parameter method, set content type method, get writer method, but we did not wrote any theory related to this. First, kindly please try to have this slide in your notes, and then we will discuss with today's concept, that is request dispatcher. Come on. First, have this entire slide in your notes. After that, we'll speak about a request dispatcher. That is our today's concept. So web application development. Okay. When the web application is deployed, servlet context. This is the first time we are interacting with servlet context. We'll discuss about what is the difference between servlet context and servlet config very soon. As of now, kindly please try to write this. This is the only new thing which you did not discuss up to now. Servlet config. Okay. Guys, init method. Just a second. Just a second. Just a second. Init method. Parameterized method or non-parameterized method? Come on. You should remember that. How many parameters? Type. Servlet config. Servlet config. See, the reason why I ask you to write the points, whenever you're writing the points, kindly please try to remember where we use this, right? Whenever init method is getting executed, by the way, we will not call init method. We will not call service method. We will not call destroy method. All these three are life cycle methods. Yes or no? So whenever a servlet is loaded, automatically all the three methods will be getting called in the defined order, in the same order. So whenever init method is getting executed, first a servlet config object will be loaded. Remember that. Remember that. Okay. And now service method, parameterized or non-parameterized? How many parameters? Type. I'm sorry, what? Servlet request, servlet response. Now kindly please check with this just a second. Okay. I'm speaking about servlet config. When servlet config method will be, when servlet config object will be created, whenever init method is getting executed. Init method is nothing but initialization. Servlet initialization. When servlet request or servlet response objects will be getting created, whenever service method is getting executed. Am I clear with that? Now, kindly please have this. When I ask you to write some points, don't blindly write it. Think about the topic. In all these entire like servlet config, servlet request, servlet response, get parameter, set content type, get writer, we used all these except servlet context. We'll discuss about this servlet context very soon. Come on, please. Make sure to write them clearly, please. Online students, if completed, kindly please try to message me in the chat. Boys, switch on the exhaust fan, please. Thank you. Done? Yeah, Shrikant. One last minute. It's done. Okay, I guess it's complete for everyone. Let me remove this. Right. Now, just a second. Okay. Okay. Now, just give me a minute time. Okay. Fine. This is one person. Yeah. Now, please listen. Completed. Good. Now, please listen. For example, let us think that this particular person is something like John. Okay. John came to Naresh IT. Okay. He came to Naresh IT for the first time, by the way. For the first time. Whenever he came for the first time, he will interact with the person who is present at our office. Let me ask you this. Did you went to office for the first time? Whenever you went to the office for the first time, there would be a person who is supposed to receive you. They will receive you. And let me think that, let us say that that person name is something like Raju. He received you and he will ask you what you need. He'll ask you what you need. You will say that, I mean, John will say that, I want you to imagine you in the place of John, right? So John will say that, I want to know about Java. I want to learn Java. Now, this is actually Java team, and this is actually Python, Python team, who is going to explain about these. These are all our mentors who will explain about Java. These are the mentors who will explain about Python. Okay. Now, John has a request. He came to the office and just a second, he shared REQUEST. He gave his request to Raju, saying that, saying that I need to learn Java. Now, what Raju will do, he will redirect your request to Java team. Yes or no? Means John will be, John, not exactly John, John request will be going into Java people, Java mentors, and they will be giving the response. Yes or no? Please respond. Raju is not giving you the response. Who is giving you the response? Java team. The same applies. For example, if John wants to learn Python, he will inform to Raju. Raju, what Raju will do? He will forward that request to another department, that is Python department, and these guys will be giving the response. Raju will not give the response. I hope you are understanding the point here. This particular concept, we can apply the same, exactly the same concept in our servlet programming. Means what actually happens here, a client will be there. Just let me, client, CLI, client will be there. He will be, client will be sending a request to servlet. Client will be sending a request to the servlet, and that request will be forwarded to another servlet. Servlet 2. Please respond. Are you getting the point here? Client will be sending a request to servlet 1. This servlet 1 will not generate the response. There are multiple servlets are there. From this servlet 1, there are, one more time I am saying this, client send a request to the servlet. There are multiple servlets are there. From this servlet, that request belongs to which servlet? So this request, this servlet will forward that request to the concerned another servlet. Are you getting the point here? Please respond. This kind of communication is actually known as forward communication. Request is getting forwarded. One more time, one more time, one more time. Client will be sending a request. That request will be handled by servlet 1, but servlet 1 will not give you the response. Servlet 1 will not give the response. What servlet 1 will do? Servlet 1 will forward that request to another servlet, that is servlet 2. Once servlet 1 forwarded that request to servlet 2, its work is done, completed. Now, who is going to give the response to the client? Please respond. Who is going to give the response to the client? Servlet 2 will be giving the response to the client. As simple as this. This kind of communication is known as forward communication. Let me just try to keep it like this. Forward. Hang on. Forward communication. This is actually known as forward communication. There is another scenario. There is one more scenario here. For example, here, same. John came. John came. John gave a request to Raju. Like, what is the request? He said that, Raju, I want to learn Java. He said, okay, okay, fine. And by the way, could you please tell me the fees details also? Fees details. What Raju will do? Raju will tell you the fees, but technical related information related to Java, Raju does not knows that. So Raju will give a part of a response. I believe you're getting the point here. Please respond, yes or no. And then he will forward that request to another servlet. So right now, how many responses John will be getting? Two responses. Absolutely. First response will be from servlet one. Okay, I'll do one thing. Just let me try to write like this. I'm having a client. Okay, CLIENT client. Okay, client will be, just a second. Let me. Okay. Client will be sending a request to servlet one. Servlet one, what servlet one will do? Servlet one, it will generate a response. It will generate a response and yeah, it will generate a response and servlet one will forward that request to servlet two. Now, what Servlet 2 will do? Servlet 2 will generate one more response, and both the responses will be forwarded to the client. Are you understanding the point? So, this type of communication is actually known as include communication. Include, include communication. Let me just try to keep it like this. Include, INCLUD, include communication. This kind of communication is known as include communication. Online students, I want you to kindly please respond to me in the chat for me. Online students, please respond to the chat. I hope you are understanding the point here. So right now, I'm giving you an idea about two types of communications. First one is forward communication. In this forward communication, client will be giving a request. That request will be directly forwarded to servlet 2. Servlet 1 work is done. Once it forwarded, that's it, done. Its work is done. Who is going to generate the response? Servlet 2 will take care of the response. But when you're coming to include communication, here, yeah, of course, here also client will be first interacting with Servlet 1. Servlet 1 will generate a response, and along with the response, it will forward its request to the another servlet. So that second servlet also will be giving a response. Both the responses will be forwarded to the client. So basically, in the second one, that is include communication, two responses. Response from servlet one will be included with response from servlet two, and then it will be forwarded to the client. The response will be generated to the client. Please tell me, did you understand the concept here? This is actually known as include communication. In order to work with this forward and include communication, just let me try to get it here like this. Hang on. In order to work with forward or include communication, we are supposed to have an idea about a concept known as request dispatcher. Request dispatcher. So in this request dispatcher only, we will be having both forward communication and include communication. Very frequently, we will be using this request dispatcher. We need to, in order to get that request dispatcher, we need to call a method. Let me just try to here. Okay. We need to call a method. What is that method we need to call? Please read the method. What is the method we need to call? Get request dispatcher. We need to call this method from servlet request. Servlet request. Yeah. Servlet request. Wait, where is this servlet request present? Service method. Service method is a parameterized method or non-parameterized method? How many parameters? What are those? Servlet request, servlet response. Servlet request REQ, comma, servlet response RES. REQ dot. Tell me, REQ dot get request dispatcher. Return type for this get request dispatcher is request dispatcher. That is RD. With the help of that request dispatcher, RD dot forward, RD dot include. Are you getting the point here? Now, please keep your side heading as request dispatcher. Please be prepared to write a little bit lengthy notes right now. Request dispatcher. Note on a small point for me, please. Request dispatcher interface. Request dispatcher interface is a part of the Java X dot servlet package. Request dispatcher interface is a part of the Java X dot servlet package, and it is used for resource to resource communication, and it is used for resource to resource communication within a web application. Within a web application. Next point. It allows a request. It allows a request to be forwarded to. It allows a request to be forwarded to another resource such as servlet, comma, HTML or JSP braces close, braces open here. Here, please try to open the brace such as servlet, comma, HTML or JSP, or to include content from another resource in the response. Okay. Next one. It is used to perform right like this. Servlet to servlet communication. Servlet to servlet communication. Servlet to JSP or HTML communication. Servlet to servlet communication. Servlet to JSP or HTML communication means we can send the request from, we can forward the request from servlet to servlet or servlet to JSP or servlet to HTML like that. Keep your setting as types of servlet communication. Types of servlet communication. And note on a small point. We can use request dispatcher. We can use request dispatcher for two types of request dispatcher for two types of servlet communications. Servlet communications which are listed below. Which are listed below. Please tell me what is the first one, guys? Forward communication. Next one is include communication. Please keep a setting as forward communication. Note down this entire slide for me. Make sure to go with the syntax also. Everything, total, from the, I mean, right from the top to the ending. Take time, no problem. Take time, write slowly, and whenever you're writing, only think about the words. At any particular point, if you're having any doubt, feel free to ask me. At any point, if you did not understand, feel free to ask me. Whatever the concepts just now I explained, same in a very simple English, I wrote the notes. Read and write, please. Completed? Tell me one thing. Are you understanding the points when you're writing them? Enough. 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 If you're understanding, enough. Please check this fourth point. Client only knows about initial servlet. That is servlet program one. He does not know the forwarded resource, but he will be getting the response. Make sure to write the syntax correctly, please. Now, forward method. Parameterized or non-parameterized? How many parameters? Type, servlet request, servlet response. Remember that. Remember that. 1 minute. Online students, if completed, kindly please try to message me in the chat for me, please. And done. Please keep us heading as include communication. Include communication. Please continue writing this slide also. Whatever the concepts I told, same I wrote it in the notes. Exactly the same. In theory, just like that. So that if you forgot the concept, if you look at the notes, easily you should be able to remember that. And syntax, important. There is this movie, Tamil movie, Vijay, football movie will be there. Football movie. In that, there is a dialogue, cup important, Biglu. Syntax important, guys. Right? So don't forget the syntax. Online students, if completed, kindly please make sure to message me in the chat. One last minute. One last minute, guys. One last minute. In advanced Java, there will be very, very less questions. Directly, I'm saying that. Very less questions. Few questions will be getting. Those questions, 100% should answer, right? So, if the interviewer asked you, what do you know about request dispatcher? This is the scenarios. So, request dispatcher is mainly used to perform two types of communications, forward communication and include communication. And say something about forward communication, say some words about some statements about include communication and the method syntaxes. Enough. And is it done? Right. Now, the next important question is like how to create a request dispatcher object. Kindly please have this. Enough. Enough for today. After writing this slide, enough. And tomorrow also you will be having a little bit lengthy notes. Why? Because tomorrow onwards we are going to start with JSP. JSP. We'll start JSP. I'll be giving you MVC architecture. Servlets is not completed. We did not even started also. In order to work with servlet, we need JSP also. So I told you parallelly, servlet and JSP parallelly will be working, right? So as I told, starting 10 days plays a crucial role in servlet programming. How to create a request dispatcher object. You can create a request dispatcher object using the get request dispatcher method. All right. Get request dispatcher method from servlet request. Okay. This method takes the path, the relative URL of the resource. Path means which servlet we want to forward, which JSP we want to forward. I'll show you. Right now, I'll show you what is that path means. So get request dispatcher method is a parameterized method or non-parameterized method. How many parameters? Type a string. And inside that string, we need to give the path. Just like IO streams. Did you remember IO streams? We need to give the file path, na? Like that. I'll show you. Is it done? All right. Close your notes and please open your laptops, please. Wait, hang on. Don't close your lap. Please don't close your notes. Can you please have this in your notes? A simple diagram. Have this in your notes, please. Have this visualization in your notes. Now, did you understand this? Right now, here, what is happening? Okay, in this index.html, we need to create something like enter a number and a input type box, input type text box. Inside this text box, I'll be giving a number. And if I give a click on get factorial, that request should be going to main servlet. If I gave a click on check even, again, the same, the request should be going to main servlet. Okay. Both these buttons should forward to main servlet only. In the main servlet, I need to decide which servlet I need to forward. Is it like factorial servlet or else like even servlet? So let's try to check with this. All right. Come on. Now open your laptops, please. Okay. Now, in your project, app 3 or app 4? App 3 is already completed. So let's try to create with app 4. Create a dynamic project, dynamic web project with the name app 4. Make sure to change your module version to 4.0. Give a click on next. Next. Make sure to generate web.xml. Finish. Just create one more dynamic web project. And yeah, we need to add our servlet API in your project build path. Configure build path, add external jars, servlet API, open, apply and close. Inside that, src main web app, right click on web app, go to new, select HTML, and I'm going to give it as index.html. Give a click on next and finish. Okay. Now my intention is I want to create like this. I want to create like this. Let's go. Create. Form action equal to ms. I mean to say main servlet method post. Okay. Post. Just let me try to close the form action. Okay. And now enter the number. Enter your and your MBR. Enter your number. Simply here input type equal to text, name equal to number, and I'm going to give two break statements. And after this, get factorial. Okay. Now here, input type equal to submit value FACTORIL factorial name. I'm going to give choice. Okay, just let me try to keep it like this. Copy, paste. Same I'm going to use here. Submit, but back factorial here, I'll go with even. Same. Name will be same. Choice. And I want to use a little bit like this. Cut. Just like this. Enough. Enough. And web.xml. Inside web.xml, index.html is already there. No need to write anything else. Just let me keep it like this. Okay. Let me execute and see, is my project working properly? Yeah. Enter your number, factorial, even. Okay. This is good. Yeah. Please check with that. Now I'm going to create a package Go to new, select package, com.back1. Inside the package, I'm going to create a servlet. Let me go with new class. What is the servlet? I mean, name main servlet. MAIN SERVLET. Main servlet. Finish. Okay. Main servlet. Inside this main servlet. Okay. Could you please tell me what I need to write? Main servlet. Ah, that is correct. Extends. Extends. Generic servlet. After that, obviously, we need to override the service method. And just let me try to change the parameter names. Servlet request. This is a response. Okay. Right. Now, from main servlet, I need to forward the request to another servlet. Come on, try to write up to here. And by the way, please make sure to write that servlet URL at the rate web servlet and what is the URL we have given? /ms main servlet. All right. Now, inside this main servlet, guys, just a second, please. Eyes on the board. Just a second. Just a second. Please, eyes on the board. Right now, we have done with our index.html. Eyes on the board. Right now, we done with our index.html. Whenever we gave a click on get factorial, that request will be going to main servlet. Means here, whenever okay, I'm going to enter some number. If I gave a click on get factorial, that request should be going to main servlet. Please check this. I'm giving the form action as MS. So directly it will be coming to this main servlet. If I gave a click on even also, same under these two buttons are present under the same form action. Yes or no? Now, in this particular scenario also, yes, if I give a click on even, obviously the request will be coming to this main servlet. In the main servlet, I need to divide to which servlet I need to forward. So totally in this program, how many servlets I need to create? 3 servlets. First one is main servlet. After that, factorial servlet and even servlet. We'll discuss about that factorial and even in a couple of minutes. But please observe here. Right now, if you observe, input type equal to submit. Value, here it is factorial. And here it is even. And if you observe, the name is exactly the same. Choice. So my question is, if I gave a click on factorial, eyes on the board. If I gave a click on factorial, what would be the value? Factorial. Yes or no here? Okay, I'll do one thing here. If I gave a click on even, what would be the value even? Now here, what I'm going to do here, let me just try to get request dot get parameter, and here I'm going to use exactly the same thing, that is choice. Now here string I'm just trying to go with string and let me go like choice only. What happens? Choice. Now here, if else, if choice dot equals factorial req, please tell me what is the syntax for getting the request dispatcher method? Please tell me syntax. You already wrote that in your notes. req dot get request dispatcher, and here I'm going to give slash fs. What is this slash fs? This is the URL of another servlet. Are you getting the point here? And then just let me try to go with the okay equal to rd belongs to request dispatcher. After that, I need to rd dot forward request response. I'm forwarding the request response to this servlet. Are you getting the point? Please respond. Exactly the same here, but here what I'm going to write, yes, even servlet. Now I need to create one more servlet. Let me first try to create factorial servlet. Please tell me, did you understand this? Online students, I need your opinion here. Online students, please respond. Did you understand this? Come on, come on, come on. Please respond. Did you understand this? All right. All right. Now I'm going to create one more servlet. Just let me right click new here class and factorial servlet factorial servlet, and one more right click new class, and now I'm going even servlet even servlet. Just a second, I'll give you time to write. Just a second. Right now here in factorial servlet, let me extends extensor generic servlet, and I'm going to write add okay service method here. Just a second, service method. And now my question is from main servlet, if the compiler wants to come to my factorial servlet, I need to give this URL pattern. Where I need to give this URL pattern? Absolutely. In the web servlet, we need to give that. I believe you're understanding the point here. So just let me try to this, then only this factorial servlet will be triggered. And here I'm just trying to make it like this. FS. Same, exactly the same for even servlet also. Simply I'm going with extends extensor generic servlet, and of course let me just try to add unimplemented methods, and here same, here simply I'm going to write even servlet. Inside the factorial servlet we will write the logic. Inside the event servlet also we'll write the logic. But let me tell you, let me ask you this: everyone completed index.html? Everyone completed web.xml? Okay, then this is the code for main servlet. Continue with that, please. After that, we'll be going with factorial servlet. In the service method, directly you will be getting something like args. I request you to kindly please change it to REQ and RES so that easily you will be able to understand. Please check this here. arg0, arg1, you will be getting something like this. Please try to change these parameters as REQ and RES. That makes sense. Okay, just like this. Now, in the factorial servlet, we need to write the code for getting the factorial. Simple. Just use request.getParameter method. Get the number. Request.getParameter. And here in index.html, num. The name is num. I'm trying to give the name as num. Okay. And here equal to int I. Just let me try to cut integer dot percent. Just let me try to write like this and continue with the code. Start, continue. You know how to get the factorial for a number. Please continue. Simply how to get the factorial. Int fact equal to 1. Okay. I'll take for loop, 2 semicolons, int I equal to, oh, sorry. Let me go like int x equal to 1. X should be less than or equal to I x plus plus. You know what? X is getting weird. I'll do one thing. Let me take this as a new MBR number. And now this is better. Int I equal to 1. I should be less than or equal to the number. And here I plus plus. After that, fact equal to fact into I, of course. And yeah, I'll be able to get my factorial. Factorial logic. Just simple factorial logic. That's it. Now I want to print. So print. Then I'll do one thing. Let me just try to get response dot get writer. It is going to give me print writer. Okay. And response dot set content type text or HTML. EW dot print ln inside this center h1 factorial for plus number is plus fact. I'm just going to print it. After that, Let me just try to use two break statements. And I'll be closing this. Let me just try to close H1 and close C and T as center tag, just like this. Now, from this servlet, let me just try to request dot get request dispatcher. I'm going to use index.html equal to RT belongs to request dispatcher. Simply RT dot include request response. Main servlet completed for everyone? Is main servlet complete for everyone? Me first. Me first. Now this is for factorial servlet. Please raise. How many of you are writing main servlet? Main servlet. Please raise. Be first, guys. Why are you taking that much of time? Main servlet. Main. Complete it. Then someone raise. If you completed main servlet, then this is your this is your factorial servlet. This is even servlet. Even servlet, I'll write the logic. First go with factorial servlet, please. Let me write the logic for even servlet also. Same concept, exactly the same. First, I need to get that number. Okay. After that, I should check. So let me try to get that print writer class. Okay. And now center. Okay. If number modulus 2 equal to 0, number modulus 2 equal to 0, then pw.println given number or else simply I'm going to write number is even. Number is even, just like that. Else number is odd. That's it. And of course, here also I'm going to include my index.html. That's it. Done. Yeah, completed. From main servlet, I'm forwarding the request. In factorial and even servlet, I'm trying to get the data. Let me check my output once. App for run and server. Is everything working fine or not? I'm going with 5. Let's check factorial. Factorial for 5 is 120. Again, I am getting the same page. I'm getting the same index page because I'm using include. Include. If I'm not using include, I'll not be able to get this. Now, I'm going to write some 10. Even 10 is even. But enter your number. Why that much of big size it came? How? I did not close. Hang on. Let me just try to close this here. Closing the H1. And here also, let me just try to see NTA center. Okay. Now it will work nice. All right, guys, just a minute. Just a second. Just a second. Eyes on the board, please. Eyes on the board. Eyes on the board. Just a second. Okay, let me go back. Can you see this? Enter your number here. Come on. Now, just for example, I'm not using this include method. I'm not using this include. Let's see what happens. Right click, run as, run on server. Okay. Enter your number. I'm entering 5, getting the factorial. Am I getting the factorial? But am I able to enter the data again? No. Why? Because in the response only we are generating the factorial. I am not including any HTML page. Are you getting the point? So here what I am doing, I am using include method. Now, along with the response, that factorial, I am trying to include another HTML, one more HTML page. So here also, I am going to do exactly the same. Now let me execute. Right click, run as, run on server. Now I'm entering 5. The factorial for 5 is 120. Again, I'm able to enter the data. Why? Because I'm including HTML page in the response. Now here, what if I'm entering something like 10, even 10 is even. Again, I can go with 5 or else something like 3 factorial. I'll be able to get the factorial. I believe it's clear, guys, for everyone. Request dispatcher, forward, include, communication. How simple this is. Come on, kindly please. Okay, I'll do one thing. Index.html, is it complete for everyone? You need to respond, guys. Online students, if possible, kindly please try to respond. Index.html, is it completed for everyone? I guess yes. Web.xml also completed. Main servlet also completed. Is it completed? Is it completed? Okay, then factorial servlet and even servlet. Feel free to take a pick. Feel free to take a pick. Both. All right. So by tomorrow, you should be able to complete this. Tomorrow, we are going to start with JSP. We'll start with JSP. If possible, I'll be trying to give you an introduction on MEC architecture also. MEC architecture. So tomorrow, from tomorrow onwards, we'll start with JSP, Servlet, JDBC, everything like a project, complete MEC project. That's it, guys. That's it for today. That's it for today. And please be prepared. Tomorrow also, we need to write little bit lengthy notes. Please be prepared for that. Online students, I guess you enjoyed our today's sessions. If possible, can you please try to message me in the chat for me? Please try to message me in the chat, guys. Okay, that is good. I'll upload today's notes, guys. No need to worry. I will upload. 100% I'll upload. Right now only I'll upload. But make sure to check the notes clearly. All right. See you guys. See you tomorrow. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Have a great day. Yesterday you came with a problem. No, brown shirt. Yeah. Is it sorted? Yesterday's problem is not sorted. How did you sleep? By tomorrow it should be sorted. I don't know what you will do. It should be sorted. Yes. If it is not sorted, then come to me. Someone else, yesterday, Amma, you. Is it sorted? What is the problem you're facing? Tomcat. Yeah. That's you're using your brother system, right? Yes. No, I told you it's an admin problem. It's an admin problem. Amma, your problem is sorted. Your problem is sorted, and someone else also. Someone came to me. I told you to sort it out. Okay, fine. No worries.